Digital assets are not a technology problem. I know how that sounds. Most professionals in this field believe the opposite, and they have built their whole preparation on it. If your value is knowing blockchain better than the next person, that value is shrinking while you watch it. Because the projects that fail here almost never fail on technology. So, where do they fail? That question has a precise answer. I am Evelise Carvalho Ribas, and let's get into it. I have worked in digital assets since 2015 across jurisdictions, sectors, and institutional environments. And for years, I have watched the same entrance ritual. A professional decides this is their field. So they study blockchain architecture, consensus mechanisms, layer 1 against layer 2 against layer 3, token standards, smart contract logic, and then they believe they are prepared. They are prepared for the conversation. They are not prepared for the work. Because the work doesn't happen on the blockchain. It happens in the space between the chain and the legal systems, the tax frameworks, regulators, and financial institutions that decide whether anything built on-chain can function in the real world. That space, the intersection, is where every consequential decision gets made. The projects that fail in digital assets almost never fail on technology. And it is the one space that technology training never touches. It can't. The problems there aren't written in code. But don't take that on trust. Let me show you the project where it becomes obvious. And hold one question as we go. Who actually earns the serious money in this field? The answer is not the best technologist, the best developer. I will come back to it. Here's a project I keep meeting. I have seen versions of it for years in more countries than I would like to admit. A token is created. Let's say it represents fractional ownership of a real asset, property, agricultural yield, infrastructure participation, or intellectual property. The smart contract is flawless. The token does exactly what it was designed to do. Technically, there is nothing left to solve. Now the questions begin. Which jurisdiction governs this token? The one where the asset sits, where the issuer is incorporated in, where the investors live, where the contract was deployed, and how is it classified? Security, utility, payment instrument, or something no existing category was built for? How are distributions to holders taxed? In which countries? Through which treaty provisions? Which regulator reviews it? And have they ever seen anything like it before? And then the question that decides everything. Will the banks, payment providers, notaries, and registries that have to touch this structure actually touch it? So the technology answers none of those questions. Not one of them. Every version of that project I have watched either lived or died on those answers. Which is why the complexity that matters here isn't the complexity most people are studying. The real complexity of digital assets is systems complexity. Multiple legal frameworks, none of them designed for this instrument, each classifying it differently. Tax rules across jurisdictions producing contradictory obligations for the same transaction. Regulators still forming their views whose informal positions can differ sharply from their published guidance. And institutions, banks, payment providers, custodians, their risk appetite decides what's practically possible, whatever the law permits. A compliance officer's discomfort can do what no statute does. And here's the part that catches even strong specialists. The layers interact. A legal design choice changes the tax treatment. The tax position affects the regulatory classification. And the classification determines which institutional pathway is open. An institutional rejection sends the legal structure back to the drawing board. So, in digital assets, every layer you optimize in isolation breaks another one. So, if you approach this as a technology problem, and you see none of those interactions. But if you approach it as a systems problem, and you see all of them, and you design for them from the first conversation. But seeing the system is only half of it, which brings back the question from the start. Who actually wins in this field? Not who you would like expect. The professionals who consistently deliver in digital assets share a specific profile, and it surprises people. They are not the deepest technologists. They are not the most specialized lawyers or tax advisors either. They are integrators. They are the doers, people who understand enough of each layer, legal, tax, regulatory, technical, operational, to see how the layers interact. Who can hold several dimensions at once instead of solving them one at a time? Who accept that structure optimized for one layer will create problems in another and design for the whole system rather than polishing individual components. That's the capability that's genuinely scarce. Technical knowledge is available. Legal analysis is available. Tax expertise is available at a price. The ability to connect them in real time across borders under uncertainty is not. The scarcest skill in digital assets isn't coding, it is integration. And that's where the value concentrates. And it answers half of my opening question. The other half is about what is happening to everyone else. Because a force from outside this field is quietly repricing their knowledge. AI can now explain token models. It can compare regulatory frameworks across jurisdictions in minutes. It can summarize how different countries treat the same structure and generate legal analysis at a scale no individual can match. Not me, neither you. So the information layer of this field, the layer most professionals are still trying to master, is being commoditized while they study it. That's an uncomfortable sentence. It is also an accurate one. If AI can do your analysis is no longer the product. What AI cannot do is the other thing. AI cannot sit across from a regulator who hasn't formed a view. AI cannot design a structure around how three different authorities will actually behave as institutions rather than what their guidance says. AI cannot take responsibility when the structure meets the real world. So here's the answer I promised at the start. Projects in this space fail at the point of contact between a working technology and the human systems that have to accept it. The classification decision, the tax characterization, the regulator's comfort, the bank's yes, And carriers here fail the same way, one level up. Knowledge gets commoditized. Judgment doesn't. If your value is understanding the technology, that value is comprising. If your value is making technology work inside the real systems, that value is spending. That distinction is blunt, but it tells you exactly what to build next. The professionals who will define this space aren't taking more technical depth. They are building something different. The capacity to think across systems at once. Legal, tax, regulatory, technical, operational, held together rather than in sequence. The ability to work with institutions that are still forming their frameworks and to help them land on positions they can actually apply. The judgment to design structures that survive several interpretive frameworks at the same time. Because a structure that works in one jurisdiction and dies in another isn't a solution. It is a delay. None of those are technology skills. They are professional capabilities built through exposure to real cross-border complexity. They are professional capabilities built through exposure to real cross-border complexity, where the problems are genuine and the consequences are real. Understanding the technology is where you start. Making it survive reality is where the value is. Now picture the version of you that operates there. Clients don't come to you for explanation. They come to you because you can make the thing exist. That's the map worth drawing. And you don't have to draw it alone. I have put the whole architecture into one paper, DA01, the mental map of digital assets. How the legal, tax, regulatory, and institutional layers connect and where the real complexity actually lives. It is at Meraki.com and it is free. Read it today, and your next conversation in this space will sound differently. The technology will keep improving without your permission. The systems around it are the party waiting for you.